Hey everyone, Jason from Trading Games, and I had a question I wanted to answer, and I best just do it in a video. And I can show you this game, this Earthworm Jim 2 factory sealed, and tell you a little bit more about these, because I'm about to have this game graded, and this is actually going to finish up my set of these very late release Majesco direct sales games. Now, some people are calling these Candy Cane, and I've heard Candy Stripe. And I kind of get it, but I'm not into it. These are just Majesco direct sales, white paper labels, and oftentimes they weren't put on perfectly straight. Oftentimes they have a lot of wear because it's just a flat paper label with this like screen printing on them. So they're often wore out pretty much a lot. But what's really unique, and especially about this one, is that this is how they actually came, and this was the bag that they actually came in. And they have a nice little small piece of clear like Scotch tape. It's usually about this long. They all tend to be about the same size. The consistency of the bag has been the same on all of them. And so Majesco, they would sell these, and they came in a real long box that held them all individually in a long row. And they would have a whole bunch of different titles in them. Sometimes people would order like 6 of each title, but for whatever reason, Earthworm Jim 2 is probably the most elusive of the whole entire set. That's just my opinion. I've spent the last like 15, 20 years trying to find this title, and I've not been able to find it. So I am building a whole set of these graded, and I am sending this one off to get done. And I'm not really doing it for like certification or grading because of the condition. I just like it. It's a nice way to encapsulate these and keep them in very nice condition forever. And I do use CGC to grade all my cartridges. So what's really neat is on these titles is sometimes the font is different. They'll have like 2 different fonts on some titles, and then also they'll have misspellings on them sometimes even, which is kind of funny. And then sometimes it'll be like a thick font and a real thin font in different positions on different titles of different games. Now, I have not seen a different one for Earthworm Jim. So, but this would be neat. This is uncirculated. This is unopened. And CGC has asked me if I wanted to remove the bag when they're graded, and I chose to do that because they look nicer. They said they could leave it in the bag and denote that, but then, you know, it's going to be all wavy looking inside that well that's really form-fitting to the cartridge. So I don't really care that it's new. Most of mine were not new in the bag like this anyway. So I just wanted to do an update video and talk a little bit about these super late release Majesco direct sales type games and why they existed. And it's just kind of something neat in the history. But I'm going to make a video of all of them together, and I'll have a list in that video of all the titles I've been able to find and the variants. So stay tuned for that. I'll maybe do that in a couple months when this gets back from being graded. So thanks for watching. Bye.